She looked me in the eye one night and said, "I like you, but I'm not in love with you." Her friends told her honesty was brave. I just nodded and replied, "Thanks for the clarification." From that day on, I treated her like a roommate. We were on the couch, watching reality TV when I leaned over to kiss Chloe goodnight and told her I loved her just like every night for 2 years. She didn't say it back. Instead, she picked up the remote, muted the TV, and turned to face me. "I like you, Mark. I really do. But I'm not in love with you," she said, looking me dead in the eye. The words hung in the air like a punch to the gut, but it wasn't a breakup. It was a demotion. She was informing me of a change in our relationship terms of service. Expect meaning to just accept the new conditions and continue. I'm a systems analyst. My brain doesn't handle ambiguous emotional nonsense well, so I process the data. She likes me. She's not in love with me. Acknowledged. "Okay," I said. "Thanks for the clarification." I didn't yell, didn't ask why, didn't beg. I just nodded, stood up, and went to bed. She was expecting a scene. She got nothing but calm acceptance. What she didn't realize was that she just activated a termination clause. She downgraded me from boyfriend to roommate, and I was about to become the most efficient, emotionally vacant roommate she'd ever had. The roommate protocol began the next morning. Normally, I'd wake up, kiss her, make us both coffee. Not anymore. I got up, made a pot of coffee, poured myself a mug, put the rest in a thermos for work, and left the empty pot on the counter. The man who made her coffee every morning was in love with her. That man was gone. For the first few days, she seemed relieved. She had her space. The pressure was off, and she was getting everything she wanted without the messy obligation of loving me back. Then the small things started adding up. When she texted asking me to book a restaurant reservation for her and her friends, I replied, "Sorry, I'm busy. You should call them directly." I did my laundry, only my laundry. I went grocery shopping and bought food for myself. I didn't buy her favorite snacks, her gluten-free bread, or the expensive almond milk. When she asked about her groceries, I said, "Oh, sorry, I just grabbed what was on my list. I can text you a picture of my receipt so you know what your half comes to." She'd never paid for groceries in 2 years. When her car started rattling, she came into my office expecting me to handle it like always. "That sounds stressful," I said with neutral sympathy. Yelp is great for finding reputable shops. Her birthday was the real test. In the past, I'd planned surprise parties, weekend trips, and expensive gifts. This year, I rolled over in bed and said, "Happy birthday, Chloe. Hope you have a great day." When she asked about plans, I said, "I figured you'd be celebrating with your friends. I'm happy to grab pizza and watch a movie if you want, like we sometimes do as friends." The emphasis on friend was precisely calibrated. The financial reality hit hardest. Her phone got shut off because I removed my card from our family plan. "We're not really a family anymore," I explained. "You'll have to set up your own account." She had no steady income, just sporadic freelance work that barely covered her shopping habits. She'd been living a life funded by a man who was in love with her. She tried everything to provoke the old me back. She'd leave messes, I'd pile them on her side of the bedroom. She'd play sad songs loudly, I'd put on noise-canceling headphones. One night, she came home drunk, wearing my old shirt and nothing else, crying that she missed us. I looked at her with mild concern, like a neighbor whose dog ran away. "It sounds like you're having a tough time. Have you considered talking to a therapist?" The tears stopped. She stared at me with dawning horror, finally understanding she wasn't dealing with a heartbroken man. She was dealing with a system operating exactly as designed. The final crash came with our lease renewal. She found me staring at the papers in the kitchen. "Are we going to renew?" she asked, voice small. "I'm not," I said. "I've signed a lease on a new one-bedroom, closer to my office. I move in on the 1st, you're leaving me. Our living arrangement is ending. We're roommates. Remember, roommates don't usually sign new leases together when one is moving out." She finally broke, screaming that it wasn't fair, that she'd made a mistake, that she loved me. "You told me very clearly you weren't in love with me," I said calmly. "I believed you and adjusted accordingly. I'm not punishing you, Chloe. I'm respecting your honesty."